What's going on, folks? I want to just make kind of an update video and talk about my plans for racing in 2023 and whatnot. I don't usually do videos, but here we're doing a video. So, 2023, first thing right off the bat, I'd like to do some vlogs, and not like face-to-face, like me talking like this into the camera, but more just have footage from qualifying, heat race, the feature, and pretty much just do commentary over it, and then I can use that as a means to dive into like what my approach is on race day and my mindset about certain things, whether it's like how to minimize lap time in qualifying, or how to put together a race, and maybe like what I'm thinking about while I'm racing, because there doesn't seem to be a lot of good LO206 content on the internet. I think it's very limited, so it'd be nice to be another person to kind of contribute to that. This year, 2022, was my maiden season of racing karts, and I went with the LO206 program, which was very enjoyable. I loved it very much, and I'm going to continue on with that. But I only ran part-time in 2022. I started a bit late. I had health complications with a kidney stone that kept me out for a little over a month, and I had to have surgery, so that set me back, and I missed a few races. But 2023, my plan is to run full-time, at least at JRP Speedway in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But that group is my family, and I love those people, so I'd like to continue racing there. But they're only doing, I think, tentatively maybe 13 to 15 races on the calendar. I don't think that's enough. So I'm looking at other options for traveling when I'm not racing at JRP, whether it's on a Saturday or whatever, because JRP races Sundays every couple weeks. But if I get a race Saturdays or some other day the JRP is not running, maybe at NTK, the club out in Texas, and run there when the entry fees are a bit lower before regionals come around, that would be ideal. So I'm preparing finances to do that maybe once or twice this season. And then I think for me, it's really important to continue to grow and learn as much as I can as a driver, and especially as a owner, kind of my own little operation with the kart. So I'd like to compete in a regional event this year and set apart some finances to do that. That's the plan. I'd like to do at least one Texas Sprint Race Series race. Obviously, it's very different. My track is very low grip, and it's more of a sprint track, whereas the TSRS tracks are very large with long straights. So you have to be in the draft like super speedway racing to have a shot at the win, and higher grip. So quite a bit different setup-wise. And I'd like to learn how to set up for those different conditions, and also how to drive them, because I don't have any experience with the high grip tracks yet. I think it would be very good for me, and it would give me an opportunity to stretch myself and learn in that environment. And yeah, I really love LO206, and most people know that have known and follow me through social media, but I've raced for over 10 years doing some other things. I raced quarter midgets for 7 years with USAC. I competed at regionals, nationals, won quite a few races, and I competed against some of the very best back then when I was doing it. I also traveled through New York and Pennsylvania on a very small budget to try and run micro sprints, and I did win some races, and it was very fun. But I love the LO206, as I say, and yeah, I want to do the vlogging, or like the videos that kind of dive into what I've learned, what I'm learning, maybe talk about different principles that I have learned and I'm learning as well regarding karting, because there's so much in karting that doesn't really apply and other forms of racing. And there's so much that I've had to absorb when I was brand new, like axle stiffness, like what is axle stiffness and all these different things. So for the more experienced racers, especially in karting, that know what all this is, that might not be beneficial to you, but maybe for newbies or different people, me talking about some of those things could help them. I just think YouTube is a really great platform for connecting with different people that are all part of the same family and community, and that's something I'd like to experience more of. I think producing videos, especially of me driving, is a good way to not just, I guess, output what I am learning and what I'm absorbing like a sponge, but it's an opportunity for other people to invest in me or interact with my content and say, oh, hey, like, dude, maybe you could have been faster if you did this, or maybe your mindset shouldn't be this, it could be more of this. And not just like criticism, because criticism, there's already too much of it, unproductive criticism anyway in the world. But it's a good opportunity for folks to, it's a good opportunity to put out information and then also receive information, and not just that, but to get to enjoy racing, which is a beautiful thing, and I'm grateful to be able to do it as a 24-year-old. So yeah, that's the gist. I know it's kind of a long update, it's like 6 or so minutes, but thanks for watching. I want to do more videos, and I will soon. So